This is Decorate a Room After Wallpaper Removal, Part 4. My name's Stephen from Exteriors Paints and Decorators, and you're watching Exteriors TV. And in this video, this is Decorate a Room After Wallpaper Removal, Part 4, eventually. Now, Part 3 of this I did back in August 2024. And we're now on the 17th of April 2025. Now, the reason why it took a long time to do part 4 is because the room that I'm in, on the job that I'm in, ended up becoming the storeroom for everything, so I couldn't get in here to do it, basically. But there's been a few changes in this room since we did that video. So one of them is I ended up lining the ceiling, because in part 3, because during one of the parts I was on about the cracks in the ceiling, but we just ended up lining them it's just better to line them, so we ended up doing that. I did make a video about lining them, yeah. I didn't show a video of me lining them, but I did make a video to explain that. And the other thing, yeah, so line them. So now the ceilings have been lined and they've got a coat of paint on, and they're pretty much at the same stage as what they were when I didn't line them, because I'd already filled, put a coat on and sort of filled again, and I think I even put the second coat on. So the first coat was a prep coat, then the second coat, so they were pretty much ready for finishing. So the ceiling is pretty much in the same place. The ceiling is in the same sort of scenario. It just needs its maybe a little fill, and then it needs its top coat. Now the walls, I thought the window bay wall was going to be plastered, but I ended up doing I've ended up prepping it and doing it, so it wasn't plastered. Just the reveals got plastered, and the rest of it I did with sort of easy fill. So let me give you a look at that. Now that I'm doing off camera, because I only showed you me doing it on 3 of the walls, and I'm going to continue to do that even though we're doing the prep work on that. But like I say, I'm just going to do that off camera. And another change is we've now got the sockets and switches on, so let me give you a look at that. And again, like the window bay, I've done the rest of the filling and patching up around the sockets and switches off camera. So if you would like to watch a video on how I go about filling that type of situation around the sockets, please feel free to check out the video at the end of this video. Please feel free to check out the video at the end of this video on the end screen. Right, now apart from that, everything else is the same. So we've left it to where we first coated, we've put the prep coat on the walls, we've filled, we've sanded, we put the first coat on, so now we're ready for another fill. Now, let me just show you close up of the areas left that need to be filled. What we've got is some sort of cracks there. We've got some dents. We've got that there. A crack there. We need to be doing a bit more filling up there. And then behind the door, some dints. And just bits like that really, like similar bits all the way around the room. So it's just bits like that all around the room. So that's what we're going to do now, is mix up some Easy Fill 60 and we're going to set about doing this third and final bits of filling. Is it third and final? I think it will be. Yeah, because I think we filled, coated up, filled again. Yes, I think we're roughly on our third fill. I mean, the reason why I'm saying I think is because it was such a long time ago that I started these set of videos. I mean, I always knew I was going to do them in parts because I wanted to try and show doing the full room. So I might be slightly out of sync with how many times we fill, but I'm sure this is the third fill. Right then, let's get filled. If you would like to purchase some of the similar filling tools that I use for this task, please feel free to check out the links in the description below. And also, if you're planning on doing any other decorating works, please feel free to visit my tool store. The links are also in the description below. To get recaps on the whole process, go back to the first video and watch from the start. I mean, I wasn't expecting to be doing sort of part 4 of this video, sort of 6-7 months later. But it is just the way it goes. But the most important thing is that I'm doing it. And when you fill cleanly, because it's less to sand. I mean, I always say that. I mean, you'll never get every last little bit, because as the light changes, these miraculous bits just turn up that you seem to have missed. So all you can do is your best. Right, I'll give you a close-up of all the bits I filled. I've probably missed the odd bit here and there, but as the light changes I might be able to catch up on it. I'll leave the filler to one side, and if I notice anything I'll get it. So let me just give you a look then. So this is pretty much its final fill. I mean, it might be the odd tweaky bit. And remember what that looked like back at the beginning. Alright, so dust mask on, let's sand. For this, I've just got a bit of worn down 80 grit sandpaper, because it isn't like heavy. You might think it's heavy filling, but it's not, it's just all fine filling really. Right, now I'm just going to go round with a damp cloth and just wipe these walls where I've sanded them with this filler. Right, I've now wiped it down, so it's all been dusted, right, so it's been sanded, dusted and wiped, and what I've done is I've made a bit of a mist coat up to touch up all this filler. Now if it was all just like fine filler, I'd just flash it up with a normal neat paint, but because there's some heavy filling, like i.e. around the sockets and a bit above the door here, and there's some bare bits of plaster, I've just knocked up a little bit of a 70-30 mixed mist coat, just to be sure really. Like I say, I'd normally do just flash up the fine bits with a neat paint, but I just want to be a little bit sort of careful. I don't want anything sort of peeling off or anything like that. So right, so what I'm going to do now is flash it up. I've had to make this contraption. And let's just see it. Put a bit of wood in the paint kettle so I can get my roller in it like that, because my van is full up of insulation, so I couldn't get to any of the bits that I need to. Right then, let's crack on. Right, so the final bit of filling is the corking of the gap. So once everything's dry, I will caulk the gap, so I'll be back in here in another 3 hours. Right, that's all caulked, and that means when I come tomorrow, I can come and I can put the second coat on the ceiling. I don't know why previously I went round and sort of cutting all the tops. Well, I sort of did because I just wanted to get any bits of filler that were up there. But I had no need to cut it all in like I did because I'm gonna be coming back onto it with the white. But hey, no worries. At least I know I sealed all the filler with the mist coat. Okay, we can put the third and final coat on this. Well, it's had numerous amount of coats really, to be fair, because we painted it first, then we decided we was going to line it. So yeah, so this is the second coat on the lining paper. So this will bring it to a finish. Right, I'm going to give you a look at the ceiling now it's finished. We're ready to finish the walls now, but first what I'm going to do is, where I've lipped onto the wall with the white when I finish the ceiling, I need to just put a coat on that, and then I just need to, there's some bits on the walls here that could just do with touching up before I put the, we'll call it flashing up, before I put the final coat on. So I'm going to do that off camera, and the reason why I'm going to cut this white bit in is because that white will grim through. So that needs to have 2 coats to cover that white that's on the wall. I'll just show you what I mean. And then just a bit like this here, I'm just going to run the roller over it where the picture rail sort of used to be, just to make sure the final coat covers it. So I'm going to do them bits off camera, and then I'll see ya when we're ready to do the final bit of cutting in and rolling. Well, hey. Right, so finally that's the walls finished. So all that's left to do is the woodwork. So when this is dry tomorrow, I'll take a finished clip of this video. Oh, I'll take a finished clip of these walls. And here's a reminder of what it used to look like. And this is what it looks like now the walls are finished. Thank you very much for watching and take care.